Every single day and every single month, Dollar Tree carries these mason jars and they come in two different sizes, which are great for storing food, but also for crafting. I'm going to start with this wooden board. This is a board that you can find in their aisle where all the crafting supplies are. And I love how thick and the size that they have. However, they're very rough to the touch. So I'm just going to sand it down with my electric sander just to remove all that roughness. And then, of course, we do want to wipe it really, really well to remove any dust because we will be painting this one. So I'm going to brush it off as well as wipe it off. Now you can stain these boards, you can paint any color you want, of course. I decided to do white in a distressed look to give it a little bit more of a weathered look. But if you don't like this look, of course, you can paint it completely. It's up to you. I'm going to give it a dry brush technique, and then I'm just going to let that fully dry. And once dry, then I'm going to stencil it. I'm just going to do this chicken wire stencil from Essential Stencil, and then one of my favorite stenciling brushes from Amazon, and then this celery color Waverly chalk pen. I'm going to remove the excess paint from the brush and I'm just going to start stenciling it in a round motion. This helps to really stencil nice and pretty without any bleed through. And of course, I'm going to do the entire thing. Now, you can do any color you want. Of course, you can do black, gray, brown, whatever your heart's desire. Love the way it looks. Once dry, I'm going to just sand it smooth. And this is just also going to lightly distress the stenciling. And that way, it's just going to all kind of match. And then, of course, we want to wipe it again really well so that way it's not dusty to the touch. I want to be able to hang this piece, so I am going to take one of these sawtooth hooks and I'm just going to place it in the back. You can use any other hanging style that you prefer. I'm just going to hammer it. Just make sure that if you're hammering it, it does not go through the other end. I'm going to use one of the smaller mason jars for this craft. Remove the sticker from the bottom and remove the lid because we're not going to need it. I'm also going to use one of these hooks that I do get on Amazon. You get a whole bunch for a really good price. And I'm going to just place it kind of like dry fitted. That way I know exactly where I want to screw it in. This little pack of screws I do get on Amazon as well. They have different sizes and thickness and it works really well. So I'm just going to attach it to the top, making sure that it's nice and secure. I'm going to also use a chain that you can normally get during spring and summertime at Dollar Tree. They're just a basket hanging chains. This is a leftover one from another project from previous years. And I'm just going to cut off or remove the links that I do not need because I want the chain to be nice and snug around the top of the mason jar. So I'm just going to open one of the links, thread it through the other one, and then just tighten it and close it. That's it. You just want to make sure it's snug enough that it's not going to come off. The chains also come with these little clips. So I'm going to use two of them and I'm going to add it to the end of the leftover chain and then attach it to the side of the mason jar. Then I'm going to dry fit it once again to know how long I need to have it and then remove the extra links that I do not need. Close it up and then we're going to add one of those clips on the other side as well. That way we can hang it and it's going to be a nice size. Now you can use candle, you can use greenery like I'm using, fairy lights, whatever you want. This will be a great craft to do. Maybe even add a second one and add as a pair. That'd be beautiful. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to start with some of these fabric rolls that you can get at Dollar Tree. I have some here that are leftover from other projects, and I'm also going to use this one. They have a similar look with the butterfly, and then the blue one really just kind of brings everything together. They do come very wrinkled, so I'm just going to iron it out using my mini heat press. You can use a regular iron, of course, if you'd like, and they do not need to be perfect. I just want to remove some of those thicker creases. Then we're going to start wrapping up 3 jars. One's going to be the larger one, and then 2 of them is going to be the smaller one. I'm going to remove the stickers from the bottom and remove the lids because we do not need them. I'm going to use some of this jute string to tie around the top, but you can use ribbon if you like and use anything else, rope, whatever you want. So I'm going to take 3 pieces because we have the 3 jars. I'm going to wrap the first one with this blue one. It's going to be the large one. You just want to make sure you kind of like hold it at the top. If there's any smaller pieces, just kind of tuck it underneath the larger ones. Just making sure they're nice and snug and tight. And then we're going to use the jute string to wrap around the top thread several times and then just make a very simple knot. That's it. It's so easy. And then you just want to cut off the excess fabric from the top. I do want to leave about 1 inch to about 1.5 inches from the top of the jar so that way you do not see the jar. Look how cute it looks. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're going to do the same thing with the other two smaller ones, but we're just going to use the more colorful fabrics, but we're going to use the same thing. We're going to hold it at the top, making sure that it's not going anywhere, making sure that it's nice and snug, and then take the jute string, wrap it around the thread, do a simple knot, and cut off the excess fabric. And again, doing the same thing on the third jar. All right, so I'm just going to finish up just removing the excess fabric from this one. Now, I thought about leaving it just like this because it really looked cute. I thought about adding a bow to the front, but I said, you know what? No, let's go all out. I'm just going to cut up the excess jute string, and then we're going to add a few flowers, just 3, 1 on each jar. And they're going to be simply hot glued to the knot that we made with the jute string. It's going to be a yellow one on the colorful prints, and then a simple white sunflower to the blue one. I think this brought everything together. Now you can add greenery to the jars if you'd like. You can add more flowers, whatever you want. I left them just like this for now, but I think they're absolutely stunning. I love all the colors, and I love that blue one right there in the center. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to start with this wood round that you can find in the crafting aisle. I'm going to remove the jute string, of course, and then we want to sand it down just a little bit. It's just a little rough to the touch, and I do want to stain this one, so I want to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then, of course, we want to wipe it really well, and I just like to use a rag, just a dry rag, and dust it. All right, so we're going to use the antiquing wax by Waverly so that we can stain it, but of course you can paint it if you want or stain it with regular stain. I love using the antiquing wax because it is water-based and it does not stain or have any harsh smells. So once it's completely covered, I'm just going to put it to the side to dry, and it dries pretty quickly. What we're creating with this one is kind of like a pendant light. So we are going to be using a mason jar as well as fairy lights, and again, we're going to use the chains that we used earlier. Once dry, I'm just going to sand it smooth, and then of course we want to wipe it really well. And then we're going to use one of the smaller jars. I removed the sticker from the bottom, but there was a lot of sticky residue left over. So I'm going to use the Goo Gone that you can find at Dollar Tree and then just wipe that off. So easy. All right, we're going to use the lid on this one because we are going to attach it to the bottom of the wood round. We're going to keep everything with it. I'm going to center it right on the wood round, take 3 screws, and then we're going to screw the jar in. Now just make sure that the screws does not go all the way through. Make sure they're small enough. Now I added this one and I remembered, oh gosh, why is my drill like wobbling? It's because I didn't pre-drill holes. Please pre-drill holes. It makes it so much easier. So I'm just going to just drill it in, and it just tightens and it's just nice and secure. You want to make sure that it's not too much on the edge because you want to make sure that the jar is going to screw right back in, and it did. So fun. All right. I'm going to remove the jar once again because it's time to place the chains. Now, this is exactly what the chains come like when you first purchase them. They're long, they have the clips at the bottom, and I'm just going to kind of like flatten them out on my surface and just knowing about how long I want each chain. And then I want to make sure that they're all going to be the same size. Now, I'm going to remove the excess links as well as the last one because I want to flip it over. I want to make sure that I have the smaller part of the link all the way at the end because we're going to bend that sideways so that we can screw it onto the wood ground. All right, so we're going to do the same thing with all of them. Remove the excess links, switch out the bottom link to make sure that it's flipped, and now we are just bending the last link again so that it lies flat with the surface. I'm going to use these pliers and it makes it really easy. Once all of them are exactly how I want them, I am going to take a pencil and I'm just going to mark where I want to pre-drill holes. That way it's not going to crack on me. All right, so now that the holes are drilled, we are just going to place one link with one screw in each hole. That's it. We just want to make sure they're nice and tightened and that they're not going to come off. I did have to tighten the link at the bottom, just make it a little snugger, a little thinner, so that the screw can tighten and not come off. I'm going to use fairy lights for this one, and I'm just going to place all the fairy lights in there and then use some alien tape to hold the battery pack inside the jar. It holds it really well. These fairy lights are from Amazon, and I do have them in my Amazon store. I'm going to thread it right in, and look how cute this looks. Oh my gosh. I think next time I would want to paint the round white, but I love the way it looks. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Mason jar DIY craft, we are going to take a smaller one of those mason jars and we're going to remove the lid once again. We do not need it. Put it to the side. We are going to remove the sticker part for this one, and we are just going to give it a quick wipe. Again, they're just a little dusty. Now, Amazon carries these flattened dry flowers that you can find. Now, I had these on hand that a maker studio sent me, but I wanted to give you the option, and I have the ones from Amazon in my Amazon store. If you want to check it out, it is linked down below. We're going to use Mod Podge and a brush, and we're just going to start applying Mod Podge section by section, adding each flower one by one with the tweezers, and then add in more Mod Podge on top to flatten it out. I'm going to do this same technique all around the jar, just adding here and there what kind of design I think looks good, but you do whatever you want to do. So we're just about done adding the flowers. By the time I was done on the other side, the first side was already almost dry. You can see right there. All right, so normally when I have paint or Mod Podge, I place it on the floor in front of this fan and I just let it dry, and it dries in minutes. So use that technique. All right, so here it is all dried and it worked so good. It's very textured, so if you pick at it, it will come off. But why pick at it? It's beautiful, but I love the way it turned out. All right, so we're going to take this burlap lacy ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use the entire portion of this wavy one. So beautiful. We're going to wrap it around that threaded portion. Again, I don't like seeing that threaded portion bare, so we're going to cover it up, but you can use whatever ribbon you want. A white one would have been beautiful too, or even pink or red. Secure it in the bag with some hot glue. Look how cute this is. All right, so at first I thought I would add a real candle because I figured it's jar, it's glass. But then I thought, what if it activates the Mod Podge, the heat? So I changed my mind. We're just going to use one of these battery-operated ones. They're so easy to work with. You just remove the little plastic tag right from the bottom, and then you click it on, and that's it. And at first you think, that's not going to generate any light. Let me tell you, it did beautiful. I'm just going to put it right in the center, and let me show you. It turned out gorgeous. The next photo is in a darker place. You're going to see it. The glow is magnificent. Let me know what you think though. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to start with these beautiful napkins that you can find at springtime. I love, love, love these. I'm going to take these one that says Happy Spring, and we're just going to use one of them. To my surprise, each one has 4 designs. Tell me this is not an awesome prize. Love these for Mod Podge. Okay, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, the ply was very thin, so I didn't need to remove any portion of it, but I feel like I should have, and you're going to see here in the end. I cut off the excess napkin paper from the edges, wipe the jar really well, and we're just going to add Mod Podge once again, a really large space in the front, and then we're going to take the napkin design and just place it carefully because it could tear. I'm just going to press and just kind of press down until all the bubbles are gone. And this is what I'm talking about. I think if I would have removed the extra ply, even though it was very thin, I think it would have made a big difference. I'm going to add another layer of Mod Podge over the napkin and then just add Mod Podge all over the jar so everything matches when it's nice and dry. We're going to put it in front of the fan, and you can see all the little white sections. I think that's what could have been avoided if I'd have just removed the ply. So just keep that in mind. This is some baker's twine in a white and beige, and I'm just going to wrap it around the front, once again covering up the thread, and then we're going to tie it in a very simple bow. You can leave it in a knot if you want. You can add something in the center. I kept it simple, but I'm going to add some greenery picks. This one is from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to set it inside, open it up as needed, and then add these beautiful roses right inside. I'm going to add 4 of them here and there just to fill it in. I think the color really complements the design of the napkin beautifully. Look how stunning this looks. Again, I don't like the little white parts of the napkin, but it is what it is. I love the way it turned out, but what do you think of it? Let me know down in the comments. I have another video here for you, my friends, with tons more of Dollar Tree DIY crafts inspiration. Check it out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.